So my opponents, they mentioned a lot about that their planned form of prostitution will be one where a woman has a choice to enter, but in reality this is not the case. They've done nothing to address the main issue, or the biggest issue of the bag, which is sex trafficking. And then right now the biggest issue about sex trafficking is that from Melissa Farley's study, Bad for the Body, Bad for the Heart, Prostitution Harms Women Even if Legalized or Decriminalized, the United States government estimates that 50,000 women and children are trafficked each year into the United States, primarily from Latin America, countries of the former Soviet Union, and then Southeast Asia. And going on from sex trafficking, legalized prostitution does not. It won't contain the problem. All it does is expands it. Contrary to the claim that legislation, according to Daly's study, New Rights for Dutch Prostitutes but No Gain. In the Netherlands, contrary to claims that legislation and decriminalization will control the expansion of the sex industry, prostitution now accounts for 5% of the Netherlands economy. And another one for the same study is that over the last decade, or not last decade, but in the 90s, as prostitution became legal in the Netherlands, the sex industry increased by 25% in the Netherlands. So all we're doing is that we're just leading women into an industry that they only have a short career for. It's not something that they can last into retirement, because ideal sex object for a man it's a young girl, and it's not something that can that's sustainable in the long-term career future. So going off of legalized prostitution, that it will not lower the sex trafficking. In the Buddhist group study the relationship between organized crime and trafficking in aliens. Legalized or decriminalized prostitution industries are one of the root causes for sex trafficking. One argument for legalizing prostitution in the Netherlands was that legalization will help to end the exploitation of desperate immigrant women who have been trafficked there for prostitution. However, one report found that 80% of brothels of the Netherlands were trafficked in from other countries. This is not an industry that supports its own people. It is an industry that primarily, that disproportionately affects people of low income and minorities that come from outside the United States. Another issue is that from the going on the same issue, from the Bureau NRM, trafficking in human beings, first reported Dutch report, National Rapporteur. In the years since lifting the ban on brothels in the Netherlands, 8 Dutch victim support organizations reported an increase in the number of victims of trafficking, and 12 victim support organizations reported that the number of victims from other countries has not diminished. So even though that they claim that it's an industry that women can freely go into, this is not the case for a country that's been, for decades, been having legalized prostitution. All it does is affect people, it's just slavery. It just brings people in that don't want to be there. And then and even more so, the biggest issue is that this affects children. The kind of argument that they made is that prostitution, legalized prostitution, will only be for adults, but this is also not the case. In the Netherlands, again, under T. Goven's study, Child Prostitution in the Netherlands, the Amsterdam-based child rights organization estimates that the number of children in prostitution has increased more than 300% between 1996 and 2001, going from 4,000 children in 1996 to 15,000 in 2001. Child Right estimates that at least 5,000 of these children are in Dutch prostitutions are trafficked from other countries, with a large segment being, again, Nigerian girls. It's just exploiting people from the other countries. And if it were to be prostitution were to be legalized in the United States, there could be consequences that come from girls coming from Latin America, ex-Soviet Union, or from Southeast Asia. So I want to kind of talk about I want to kind of question their point of how exactly they're going to allow this prostitution to occur in the U.S. Currently, for many countries, prostitution exists in a red light district. These red light districts are specialized zones the city that are dedicated solely for adult purposes, where minors and other children are not allowed to be for safety. But in the United States, there currently is no wide area where this can occur. Of course, there's bunny ranches in Nevada, but to get what they're asking for, where legalized prostitution, of course, they're going to be moving into the city where industry is largest. If they do move into industry, there's many questions on how exactly they would implement these situations. Going from like how far a distance would it be from schools, as well as parks where children will not be involved. And then the biggest issue is that just because prostitution is legalized doesn't mean that minors themselves can't get into the industry. This is pretty bad because anyone that fakes their own ID, they can just easily get into the industry. For example, a lot of young girls, my opponent also references the case of a 17-year-old girl going into the industry. It is not acceptable for minors being presented into an industry that they are completely not familiar with. This is an adult entertainment that they're arguing for, and it should be for only adults. There's too many liabilities at hand where things can't go as planned, and that minors can be affected into this. Thank you.